At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Well, happy Thursday morning to you. It is April 25th. We're getting ourselves through this work week. It's been an interesting one. It's been fairly mild out there temperature-wise. We've seen some shower and even some thunderstorm activity for some of us earlier this week in the valley. We do have kind of this main storm system I've been talking about that's approaching, and it's going to bring us a better chance for showers. But don't let that get you too concerned about there being a ton of rainfall out there, because there won't. And I'm not expecting that to be the case here. This is one of those days where, number one, you're going to notice it's cooler outside. Number two, when we talk about scattered showers, we have to ask ourselves, what does that really mean, right? What does a scattered shower mean? Well, quite honestly, what that means to me is, when I'm communicating this to you, when I'm thinking in my head, is that it's going to be more dry than wet, quite honestly, is what I'm expecting here as we go through the day today for pretty much everyone. Now, the mountains will see the better chances for showers. The valley will get in on this. And by the way, there may even be an isolated thunderstorm today, but I think the chances for thunderstorms will be a little bit better tomorrow, which will explain why here in just a little bit. How's everyone doing out there this morning on this Thursday morning? Let's get you out the door and take a look at the radar here along with the satellite. For those of you that are kind of checking in and want to get your quick forecast to get you through the day today, well, you've come to the right place and to the right time, because we're just going to kind of go through a quick forecast for today, and then a little bit later we'll go into a deeper dive forecast. So as you can see, those clouds are moving on in this morning. We've also got some of those showers coming in and approaching the coast, but the rain isn't here just yet. That will be changing, though, later on today. 60 right now for Redding. With these overcast skies, that's keeping those temperatures on the mild side this morning, in the low to mid 50s for most of us in the valley, but the warmer spot is in Redding at about 60. 42 degrees for Alturas. I mean, even the mountains, it's not that cold. One of the colder spots is in Hayfork with about 36, but 42 out in Weaverville. 47 for Eureka, and Mount Shasta 47. High temperatures out there yesterday. Not a bad day. It got into the low to mid 70s. I was out at my son's track meet with Chico, and I tell you what, just a gorgeous day. It was a little bit on the warm side, and yes, my son made some more personal records. So happy. He ran the 800, which is 2 times around the track, and he ran the 1600, which is the mile. I guess they have a track meet on Friday. I'm a little bummed, and I'll explain to you why, but I'm committed to you. I'm committed to Weather NorCal. But I do have to make some sacrifices sometime with family as a result. All right, 75 degrees was the high in Redding, 74 for Oroville, and there you can, of course, see for yesterday, right? But today, the cooler air is moving in. So you'll notice, I think many of us in the valley may struggle to get out of the 60s, although the south end of the valley may be a little bit warmer, maybe around the low 70s there. But you see how everyone in Northern California has a chance for showers. Again, don't let this deter you. Don't let this scare you off for any outdoor activities, because yes, there will be a good chance you'll see a stray shower through a part of the day, but it's not going to be all day long. That's not going to be the case at all. Okay, there you can see their cool April nights events here going for today. R&R Auto and Truck Repair. That's the kickoff for today, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. I think you'll be dry, especially for the first half of it. But as we go into the afternoon, those chances for showers do increase in the valley. All right, let's go and take a look at WCP Solutions, 11 to 2 p.m. as well there. And there you can see Hen House, 3 to 7 p.m. I think through that entire event, there may be a chance for a stray shower. It's not going to be wet, as I mentioned. It's not going to be wet all day. You'll be looking at the potential for showers taking you through the afternoon. Simpson University, yes, through the event, maybe a chance for a shower, especially for the first half of the event. And of course, our primary sponsor here at Weather NorCal, Crown Motors, has had a big event. And of course, they're partnering with Redding Chamber of Commerce. It's their annual mixer, which is a big event. They're always proud of it. They've got live music, they've got cars, they've got food. It's a blast. Now, I've never been to it, but from what I understand, everyone that I've heard says that this the best time. But of course, also maybe a chance for a shower in the early part of it, but as we go into the evening hours, most likely the chances for rain will start to diminish. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. Let's talk about that chance for rain. 9 o'clock this morning, that rain that's approaching now should be over the coast. And I think all of Del Norte, all of Humboldt County, looking at some light showers. Now, again, keep in mind, this is light. Now, there are some pockets of some moderate rainfall in there, especially out towards eastern Del Norte and western Siskiyou County. We take it into the noon hour. Now we're seeing most of the rain, for Siskiyou County, Trinity County, but look at the coast. Look at Del Norte, Humboldt counties, scattered showers. And it's not even in the valley yet at noon. Now we take you into the early afternoon hours. Now you see how that cold front's passing through. It's a weak cold front, but strong enough to spark a few showers. Now you look at this and go, well, you see the yellows and oranges and reds in there. That would indicate maybe a thunderstorm. Chances are very slim, but you know, if you hear a rumble of thunder, if we see a brief period of some moderate to even heavy rainfall in parts of the valley this afternoon, don't be surprised. But for the most part, it's not going to be a lot, right? And of course, look off to the west. Scattered showers. And of course, off to the east as well. Now we go to 4 p.m. Now look what's happening. You see how the bulk of the rain is now east of the valley and in eastern Siskiyou County, Modoc County. So eastern Tehama, Butte County, right? All right, say around Chico, Orville, Willows, maybe a chance for a few showers there. But check this out. Now we're actually seeing another little bit of development here, especially Tehama County southward. But you know what? We could see some development later on this at 6 o'clock this evening, even for places like Redding. So the valley chances will continue through the afternoon into the early evening hours, but I'm anticipating that as we go into the overnight hours, it'll start to dry out. So there you can see the rain to the east, there you can see the rain off to the north and west, but you see how we're seeing clearing skies in the valley. Now we'll get into what we can expect for your Friday and going into the weekend coming up a little bit later in our deeper dive forecast. But again, the objective here at this point is just to get you out the door this morning if you're just planning your day. All right, so your 7-day outlook, all right, there you have it. Today, a chance for some scattered showers. You just saw that on Futurecast. Tomorrow, a chance for showers, and I think even a better chance for thunderstorms. So that's why I've got the lightning strikes in there. But Saturday, the weekend, looking dry and warmer too. We're back in the mid-70s this weekend. Upper 70s by Monday, Tuesday of next week. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Now, notice on Saturday for the coast and inland, I've got a chance for showers in there. That will continue, especially Saturday afternoon. But for Trinity County, most likely dry on Saturday, and most likely, of course, going into early next week as well. Mount Shasta, I think you've got a chance for showers on Saturday as well. El Turris, Modoc County, it's borderline. For now, I'm keeping you dry, but that may change. You'll see that here on Futurecast here in a little bit in our deeper dive forecast. And for Susanville and the Eastern Mountains, you're looking at those temperatures in the mid-60s on Saturday, and then it's warming up, even for many of those higher elevations as well. Want to remind everyone, if you're not able to make it to the Cool April Nights cruise, or you don't want to deal with the crowd or anything like that, I want you to know I've got you covered. This is one of those sacrifices I was talking about I'm making. My son has a track meet on Friday during the Cool April Nights cruise. I'm a little bummed that I won't be able to be at there at his track meet, but I'm excited to offer this to all of you and everyone who watches Weather NorCal. You can watch the Cool April Nights cruise live from 6:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. And I am going to be at just in front of Banner Realty on Hilltop Drive. Thanks to Banner Realty for allowing me to have access to their internet service, which will then allow me to stream out to all of these services. So you'll be able to watch from every Weather NorCal platform available. Do you have an Amazon Fire Stick? If you don't have the app, download it. It's free. You can watch the 24-hour streaming channel from your big screen TV whenever you want. So right now, what you're watching would be on your Fire Stick, not to mention Roku as well. Someone was asking me, how can I watch on Roku? Well, it's simple. Download the app first and foremost, the Weather NorCal app on your Roku or your Amazon Fire Stick, and then open up the app and it automatically starts playing whatever is playing on the 24-hour streaming channel. So if I'm streaming live, that means you're going to see me streaming live. If I'm not streaming live, then you'll see the regular 24-hour streaming channel. Now, you can also watch from your iPhone or from your Android device from the free Weather NorCal app. You can download that app for free. WeatherNorCal.com, as always, has a 24-hour streaming channel on there. You can also watch on Facebook, X, and even on YouTube. So if you don't have a Fire TV or if you don't have a Roku, if you have a smart TV with YouTube, cool thing is you can still watch on your big screen TV as long as you have access to YouTube. right? So you can, of course, just go to the Weather NorCal YouTube page. Boom, you are watching the 24-hour streaming channel right there. All right, and of course, you'll have access to all of my pre-recorded data, so you can watch my latest forecast that I've uploaded, all that good stuff. So check it out. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a good time. And by the way, I'm also going to have someone there with me. Don't have their name just yet, but I'll have someone with me who knows about cars. So as the cars are going by, you'll be able to learn a little bit more about what kind of car you are looking at. So good times to be had tomorrow at the Cool April Nights Cruise. I'm excited, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Let's hope we don't run into any problems. All right, sometimes there's problems, and we're hoping for the best. Sandra saying, feels so nice for this morning for your walk. Now coffee and me. Yay. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking outside. It's a little overcast. It's not raining, obviously. But good morning for a walk. Don't you love these kind of just those coolish mornings? You maybe need a light jacket, but it's perfect. It's so nice. I love it. Good morning from Shelly. Thank you so much for chiming in this morning. Casey saying good morning. 3,600 foot elevation in Shingletown. Actually, last night looks like you saw a little bit of rain, about 0.05 of an inch of rainfall. Thank you for that report. Always good to know what's going on out there. Good morning, everyone, from Lisa. Also from Ruth Sanchez saying good morning, and Catherine saying nice warm morning in the Eastern Mountains. You know, warm for you. If you live in the valley, it's probably chilly. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not too cold out there. It's pretty nice. Norman Nelson saying good morning. Kathy Crick, good morning to you on Facebook. Elaine also saying good morning. Got some sprinkles last night in East Reading. Not surprised. Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of development here in parts of Reading here yesterday evening, last night. So I'm sure a welcome sight. Good morning to all. Enjoying my coffee with Krueger this morning. Another fine day. Well, thank you, Curtis. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Chris Azevedo. I hate it when I can't say the names. I'm so bad at it sometimes. Good morning, Mike. Can't wait to see the cars live. Thanks, Banner Realty. Well, yes, thank you, Banner Realty, for, helping us out here. I'm excited. And Chris, yeah, looking forward to seeing you and everyone else who wants to check out the Cool April Nights Cruise live right here in Weather NorCal. I think this will be the first time it's ever been offered live for like the entire time. So this is, we're breaking ground here, folks. So again, fingers crossed. Nothing goes wrong. Honestly, I'm more concerned about making sure that we can barrier off the area where I'm going to be so we can get a clear view of the cruise. I'm also concerned about getting in and where I'm going to park. That's more of my concern than anything else. I want to get there and I want to stream it live. I think I'll be fine once I get the internet access and streaming. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting there. I'm like a lot of other people. I don't like dealing with crowds. So I'm not excited about getting through all of that and dealing with the crowd and the mess and all that good stuff. But again, I'm doing it for you. I want you to make sure that you can watch it live. So what's going to happen at Hat Creek? Going to be there tomorrow at noon through the weekend. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Tomorrow, you got a chance for thunderstorms at Hat Creek. But the weekend, I think you're going to be okay. A little cool for you, right? And maybe a scattered sprinkle or light shower on Saturday, but I would say you're probably going to be okay. So your main concern is going to be tomorrow afternoon and evening, where there could be some showers and thunderstorms. So just be aware of that, Lisa. The first part of your camping trip, you might get wet, but through the weekend, I think you'll be good. It'll be a little chilly, but it's warming up a little bit over the weekend as well. So there you have it. Hopefully I answered your question there. Well, of course, today is Thursday. Before we get to that, let's take a look at some of those cameras out there. This is Main Street Chico. Now that I'm starting Coffee with Krueger later in the day, we're starting to see more and more of that traffic. Someone riding their bike, although they might get a little wet later on this afternoon. There's Highway 99 at Neal Road. You can see the traffic is flowing smoothly there. And there you can, of course, see, nope, that's an old picture. I still got to make sure. I got to call them up and see if they can get me free access to their camera so I can show it a big screen like this. Lake Orville, North Forebay, there you can see a little bit of a breeze, but those overcast skies out there this morning. And this is what it looks like right now in Elk Country, just north of Trinidad. Yes, that's what it's looking at out there right now. Looks pretty good. Looks dry for now, but we are going to be looking at more rain entering the picture here later on this morning. Today is Thursday. It's time for our NorCal Ag Report, which is sponsored by Lassen County Nursery. This week, my wife is going to be the special guest, giving us a look at the NorCal Ag Report, and I'm going to try to pronounce it. I should have asked the owner of this farm how to pronounce it properly, but Duvenvoorden Farms. They are a dairy farm, and my wife kind of asked them a few questions about their farm and what they're all about. So check it out.
Hi, I'm Sadie Krueger, and I want to welcome you to this week's Ag Report, sponsored by Lassen Canyon Nursery. And I'm here at the Duvenvoorden Farm with Mark. Mark, tell us a little bit about the services and products that you offer here.
So Duvenvoorden Farms is one of only 5 dairies in the state of California that do raw milk. And what we offer is gallons and half gallons of cream top milk, non-pasteurized, raw. And then also too, we carry some other local products as far as like cheeses and yogurts and what have you from Sierra Nevada cheese. We have local eggs and honey from 3C Ranch. We carry beef from Rockin' H Beef, which is my neighbor Kyle just down the road here. And the chicken also is part of 3C Ranch. And so there's other goods as well as like handmade tallow, skincare products from my daughter-in-law who does that, and candles from my daughter. But other products like ciabatta, sourdough bread made by Monica, who's in the neighborhood, and that's how our little store is growing. Is we keep adding more local products that we want to showcase what other people are doing.
I love it. I can't wait to go shopping afterwards. So, what does a day in the life of a farmer look like here on the farm?
With the way we're set up now, it's not like when I was growing up and you're getting up at 2 in the morning to go milk cows, but now it's more like, get up at 5:30 in the morning. And one thing that's changed for me over the years is now that I have probably about 5 people working for me, so I don't have to do it all.
Good for you.
Yeah, the older you get, you learn to work smarter, not harder. So it's just like, maintaining what you're doing consistently, and like I said, doing things with integrity and making sure that we take care of it in the right way.
I love it. And what inspired you to get into the farming business?
Well, when I was a little guy, when we showed up here, when I was 4 years old, I already knew in my heart that this was what I was wanting to do. And so from there on, I was always learning from my dad and taking every opportunity to learn as much as I can here on the farm, to help my dad. And I was on a tractor at 10 years old already. Just an example.
Yeah.
He took me out to the field on the tractor with the mower because we have to mow our pastures at times. And he took me a couple rounds, showed me how to do it, and said, "See you later." So I had to mow 14 acres.
At 10.
At 10. And it took me probably a good 6 hours to get it done, but that's where it started with like running equipment, but it was working with the animals. And yeah, this is not something you just do on a whim, you have to have a heart for it.
Well, I love everything you're doing here, from the Airbnb to the store to the raw milk, the cookies, all the fabulous products. We hope you join us next week on NorCal Ag.
Once again, I want to thank Lassen County Nursery for their sponsorship of NorCal Ag Report. Without their sponsorship, without their funding, we would not be able to provide you each week a NorCal Ag Report. I want to thank my wife Sadie again for kind of stepping up and just getting this out there. She's really excited about this NorCal Ag, and we've got other plans for some other things that she would like to do in the future here. Of course, that's going to be kind of more long term as we kind of go in the months and in the year to come here. So we're very excited about that. And of course, next week we've got some new reports. Jerry O'Lennon will be making an appearance once again here on Weather NorCal, and he'll be doing his NorCal Ag Report from the Butte County area. Should be nice. So kind of back to the farms there, the dairy. It was really neat speaking with the owner. I was there with my wife, and he really does take a lot of pride in what he does. And I think what they're doing over there is just amazing. So be sure to check it out. My wife actually, she wasn't kidding when she said she can't wait to go shopping. She did. They have this really cool interactive screen. It's kind of like an iPad or something like that, right? And it's all touch screen. And you do your shopping from there. You say, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want some milk, I want some cheese, I want a candle, I want all this. And then you put your credit card in there and it takes your payment, and then you go and pick up everything you want. It's all on the honor system. I mean, do we do that anymore? I mean, I think that's really great. So it was really neat. So yeah, they're kind of up to date with the latest technology, with what they've got going on over there. So be sure to check out the Duvenvorgen Duvenvorden. There we go. I feel like the chef from Muppets whenever I try to say birdie birdie bird. But the Duvenvorden Farms over there. So I want to thank them for taking their time to teach us more about what it is they do over there. They do some amazing things. All right, let's get you right to it. We're going to get you to the forecast here, the deeper dive forecast that we do over here at Weather NorCal. So yes, kind of give you that format again of Coffee with Krueger. We start off right off the bat with a quick forecast to get you out the door in the morning, and then maybe kind of do a little bit of chatting, do a little bit of special report of sorts, depending on what day it is. And then we come in after that and we do a more deeper dive forecast for those of you that want a nice detailed forecast as we go into the next few days. Of course, Coffee with Krueger is brought to you by our sponsor, Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. All right, there's a look at your temperatures out there right now. We're sitting at 60 degrees for Redding, 56 degrees for Red Bluff, 54 degrees in Chico, and 44 degrees right now in Alturas. How about the coast? Upper 40s to low 50s there. 42 degrees for Weaverville and Mount Shasta City, about 47 degrees. Here's your headlines for your Thursday. The cool and unsettled weather pattern has arrived. Now, you're going to notice that it is going to be noticeably cooler out there for today, but also chances for showers in the forecast as well. Temperatures continue to drop with chances for showers and thunderstorms over the next few days, but it looks dry just in time for your Cool April Nights cruise, and not to mention the big event on Saturday. So here's your satellite image. There is some rain embedded within these clouds, but they haven't hit the coast just yet. Give it another hour or two and you will start to see some of that rainfall. But you look at this, not a very potent system, because it isn't. Okay, it's not going to bring us a ton of rain. We're not going to see a lot of rainfall out of this. All right, so there you have it. There's 9 o'clock this morning. There's the cold front passing through. This right here is light showers. Now, you see some yellows in there. It's indicating maybe some moderate rain, but again, it's not going to last for very long. See how what happens is push it eastward. It's typical. Tail end of a cold front. It moves over the coastal range in the Trinity Alps and the Marble Mountains, and it breaks apart. But there are still some showers in there. But by noon, we're still fairly dry in the valley and not much going off to the east. Maybe a few scattered sprinkles here and there. And look at this. It's drying out for the coast. We're not seeing much there, right? At least at this point. 2 p.m. on Thursday today, there you can see some of the showers. Now, you look at this and you go, oh, are those thunderstorms? Possibly, but honestly, I think most of the instability will be tomorrow, or at least the atmosphere will be a bit more prime for thunderstorms tomorrow, not necessarily here for today. And one of the reasons we do expect to see some clearing for the first half of the day tomorrow in the valley, and that will allow us to see a better chance for thunderstorms. But yeah, maybe some stray showers and thunderstorms there, but look up to the west. You see at 2 p.m., we're just not seeing much in the way of rain. Now, we take in about 4 p.m., that's all pushing eastward, but parts of the valley still seeing a chance for some of those showers. Meanwhile, off towards the north and west as well. But look at 6 p.m., we're still seeing some redevelopment here for parts of the valley. Now, when you see it in places like Corning and Chico, keep in mind when you're looking at this, you can't look this to be the exact location of where these showers and thunderstorms will be. But you can say, hey, the conditions are prime there. So as you start heading northward, yeah, the chances may be slimmer, but you know what? Even at 6 p.m., don't be surprised if we see a straight shower in Redding and some light showers along the coast and some pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall for parts of the eastern mountains in Modoc County. 10 o'clock tonight, see what's happening. You see how things are starting to kind of clear out here, but we're seeing another disturbance pushing through to the north and west, giving a chance for some more wet weather. All right, so here's what we got going on. 6 a.m. on Friday. So again, you see that little pockets of clearing. That's enough to give us a little bit of daytime heating through the morning. That helps to destabilize the atmosphere, and that would allow us to maybe see a few thunderstorms by the afternoon on Friday. So there you can see the next disturbance passing through the north coast on Friday. If anything, this is where we're going to see the most amount of rainfall, is out towards northern Humboldt and Del Norte County here, when you combine these disturbances that are looking fairly impressive for the next couple of days, but not much going off to the east. And by the way, you're seeing snow on the map here. That's going to be above 6,000 feet. Don't have to worry about travel delays as a result. But there you can see at noon. So again, you see the clearing? That right there is the potential for thunderstorms popping up in the early afternoon hours. But I'll say this, that the upper level pattern, all of this activity is moving from northwest to the south and east. So that's the flow and the direction that this activity, that these storms are moving. But the overall pattern itself is shifting eastward. So take a look at this as we go through the afternoon. Here we are at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Look what's already happening. All right, we've got the clearing skies, but look where all the rain is off to the east here. And look where all the drier weather is to the west of that. So by the mid to late afternoon hours, I think it'll be dry in the valley westward, and most of the showers and thunderstorms will be off into the eastern mountains. So my friend, you're just asking about how does it look at Hat Creek for Friday? Look at that. That's near the Bernie area, kind of in this area right here, right? Yeah, you got a chance for those showers and thunderstorms in there. Meanwhile, again, you got the activity off to the east as well. All right, let's take you into about 7 p.m., right? You see how things are even starting to dry out at that point for the eastern mountains. So as we go into the evening and overnight hours on Friday, it dries out. We're seeing clearing skies here and dry even for the coast. Now look at Saturday. This is going to be the main event, the Cool April Nights main event out at the Civic Auditorium. There you can see some of that rain coming in from the west. Now, here's noon on Saturday. You got some clouds, that's about it. And then going through the afternoon, all right, it's getting a little close for comfort here as far as showers are concerned out near Redding. Now, again, also, if you're camping out towards Hat Creek, yeah, could you see a straight shower pass through in the afternoon? Not out of the question, or evening, but nothing major. Most of it may be up to the north into Siskiyou County, Del Norte County, and northern Humboldt County, and maybe, just maybe for now, I'm keeping it dry though for Modoc County on Saturday. All right, here's your longer range. Let's take you into your Sunday. Sunday is looking dry across the board and even some clearing skies here. And as we go through next week, for now I'm keeping next week dry and warmer. All right, but look at this. You see this area of low pressure right here? This is something this particular forecast model has been picking up on really over the last 2 to 3 days. It's taking this cold area of low pressure and just slowly migrating it to the south through next week. So by around Thursday, Friday of next week, what it would do if this pans out is bring us cooler temperatures again, and also a chance for some more showers in the forecast. However, the European forecast model, this here is the American forecast model we're looking at here, the European forecast model not nearly as aggressive with this system keeping most of the activity up to our north. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see. For now, I'm keeping it dry through the middle, if not in the latter part of next week. But the Climate Prediction Center is picking up on that a little bit here and keeping us in that wetter than normal category. But wetter than normal this time of the year is not that impressive, by the way. So there's that cooler air that's in place in the showers that we have for today and tomorrow. It gets even cooler, I think, as we go into your Friday, and then you can see that shifts eastward. But look at the cooler air. It's staying in place. Why? Because we've got this storm system here that's preventing the warmer air from moving in. However, that being said, we do have some more mild air that'll be moving in this weekend and early next week. So you've got the cooler air to our north, the warmer air to our south. We're right in the middle, and that'll keep our temperatures fairly mild. But then that mild and warmer air begins to kind of shift to the south by around Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And again, if this pans out, you see some of that cooler air kind of diving down to the south, giving us cooler temperatures by the end of next week. And as I mentioned, maybe even a chance for showers. But again, it just depends on which forecast model that you're looking at. So the Climate Prediction Center is still keeping us in that cooler than normal category here as we go into the first week of May. Let's talk about the winds, and of course, really what we're looking at here for the next few days is calm winds in the morning and then gusty at times through the afternoon. As you can see here this afternoon, those winds coming in from the west, even for the eastern mountains, winds from the southwest for the coast, a little gusty there. Now take a look at tomorrow morning at about 8 a.m. fairly calm winds, a little breezy in some spots here, but the winds will pick up again going into Friday afternoon. So it looks like for the cool April Nights cruise, maybe a little breezy, gusty out there at times. And I said this before, I think if you were given the option rain or windy for the cool April Nights cruise, and really even the main event, I think most people would choose the windy conditions here. But there you can, of course, see that's the case here for Friday afternoon. Let's take it to Saturday morning. Again, the winds are calming down a bit, but then going into Saturday afternoon, the winds pick back up again. So you can see those gusts, not quite as strong, but still even a gusty afternoon for your Saturday. And speaking of those gusty winds, that's also going to help to give us some higher wave heights as the disturbances kind of push on through. So some higher wave heights going into your Friday. Your marine forecast for your Thursday, south winds at 10 to 15 knots, waves from the west at 4 feet at about 10 seconds. And of course, we've got those showers in the forecast as well. So here's what it looks like today, your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. And by the way, tell all your friends about all of the great locations we cover here at Weather NorCal, because we've got 6 different neighborhoods. And on Coffee with Krueger, boy, we really put in a lot of towns in there. So be sure to watch Coffee with Krueger. Tell your friends to watch Coffee with Krueger if they want to get a more detailed forecast for their particular area. Here's Trinity County, for example, one of the 6 neighborhoods. 52 degrees for Peanut, 54 degrees for Wildwood. How many times have you seen the town Peanut on a weather map and any source you watch when you're watching a video forecast? Probably never, right? All right, so there you can see the showers for Thursday, Friday, and then dry as we go into the weekend. Here's your North Coast neighborhood forecast. Here's neighborhood number 2. Those temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 50s. Honeydew about 54, 56 degrees for Ferndale, 55 in Hydesville, and Fortuna about 56 degrees. Your North Coast neighborhood forecast to the north, 54 in McKinleyville. Now notice, again, that chance for showers even for some of the inland areas, especially northern Humboldt and Del Norte County on Saturday. But I think for central and southern Humboldt County on Saturday, probably dry. 49 degrees for Gasquet today with a chance for showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. Here's neighborhood number 3. Siskiyou County. There you can see Happy Camp, 56, 60 out in Horse Creek, and 59 degrees for Montague. We take you into Scott Valley for Siskiyou County, where we've got 53 in Fort Jones, 55 for Etna. Also, Saturday, there's that chance for showers, but drying out on Sunday. Central and eastern Siskiyou County, 56 degrees for a high today in Mount Shasta, 55 degrees for Weed. There's that chance for showers Saturday, drying out Sunday. Neighborhood number 4, Modoc County. There, of course, you see 55 degrees for Newell, 56 degrees for Alturas, 55 for Cedarville. I've got you dry on Saturday, but if you saw on Futurecast, it was showing some indication that Saturday may see some showers in Modoc County. So we'll see. We'll kind of keep a close eye on that for you. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Neighborhood number 5. There, of course, you can see 58 degrees for Montgomery Creek, 61 for Paynes Creek, and Old Station about 52 degrees. I've got you dry on Saturday for the Eastern Mountains, but as you saw on Futurecast, there may be a little bit of activity for places in eastern Shasta, eastern Tehama counties, but to the south of that should stay dry. There's your Lake Almanor and Lassen Park forecast here. Showers, better chances for thunderstorms as we go into your Friday, but should be dry through the weekend. And taking you to the south with neighborhood number 5, the Eastern Mountains, 62 degrees out in Paradise, 57 degrees for Greenville, that is, and Susanville, about 63 degrees. Here's your neighborhood number 6. My finger can't go straight there, so neighborhood number 6. Dupatrins. Look it up. Google it. All right. There you can see temperatures in the low 70s. For the south end of the valley. And by the way, the valley neighborhood forecast made possible and brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Check them out. All right, 69 degrees out in Red Bluff, 70 out in Oroville. We take you up north, a little bit cooler to the north end of the valley with about 68 degrees for Redding as well as Anderson, 61 degrees for Lakehead, and 67 degrees in Palisadro. All right, here's your 7-day forecast for Redding, and there you can see temperatures upper 60s today and tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, we could still touch 70 degrees over the next few days, but for the most part, it is going to be cooler than it has been. But we're back in the mid-70s for Saturday, Sunday, and even upper 70s by Monday, Tuesday, before we see another dip in our temperatures going into the middle and latter part of next week. All right, folks, that is going to wrap it up for your forecast. Unless any of you have questions or just want to talk about things and get going here. It's kind of funny. I was mentioning it's going to be cooler out in Hat Creek for Lisa's camping trip. And she said, cool, because I mentioned it was going to be cool. She goes, cool. That's what my campfire is for. That's always the fun part, right, of camping is it starts getting dark, it starts getting cool out there, you get that campfire going. Maybe if you're lucky, you brought some graham crackers, some chocolate, and some marshmallows, maybe make some s'mores. I mean, come on, standard, right? What my son loves on the camping trips, of course, the s'mores, everyone loves the s'mores, but Jiffy Pop. First of all, he's a popcorn fanatic. But number two, he just loves that whole, like, shaking it up over the campfire and making that Jiffy Pop. And of course, super buttery and super bad for you. But hey, it's fun. You're camping. A lot of fun. Good morning from cloudy Palisadro, from Redding. Pam, good morning to you. Pam, Georgia, saying, love the Hat Creek area. Well, maybe go out there this week and go camping and say hi to our friend Lisa Stevens, who's going to be out there throughout the weekend. Betty Lastly is saying, great weather. It is. This is that time of the year. I just absolutely love it. Spring is in bloom here in West Redding. I'm beginning to see, my wife and I are going more walks in the afternoon, and there's a spot where we go and not too far from our neighborhood. And boy, I tell you, a lot of those flowers, those wildflowers are really starting to pop up. Now, she's more into it than I am. So it's funny, we're going on these walks and, kind of, we have to stop and wait for her while she takes lots of pictures. She loves taking those pictures, which is great. We all love the pictures of the beautiful blooming flowers. Spring is in bloom here in West Redding, and of course, camping memories are the best. That is right, Lisa. And I'm sure you're going to be making some great ones over this weekend. Popcorn at the campfire will be so great. I love it. It's fun. Jiffy Pop. They overcharge for it, but it's fun because they've got that aluminum foil, and you just see that aluminum foil just grow and grow and grow and grow. And then you pop it open. You got to be careful because it does get hot. And there before you know it, you're having a good time over the campfire eating that popcorn. You know what? We haven't had a chance to take a look at our National Calendar Day. National Calendar Day, or National Day Calendar. No, National Day Calendar. So, National Hug a Plumber Day. That's today. If you have a plumber come into your house today to fix some plumbing, give them a hug. Yeah, they'll love it. They'll appreciate it. National DNA Day. All right. Sometimes some of these days you're like, really? What? Seriously? National Teach Children to Save Day. Oh, looks like there's a piggy bank there. So, teaching kids to save money. That's a good thing to teach your kids. Save your money. Save your money. National Zucchini Bread Day. Oh, who doesn't love zucchini bread? Raise your hand. Of course, you can just comment in the section below if you love zucchini bread. Who doesn't? Come on now. And the thing is, it's deceptively, you would think it'd be healthy because it's zucchini, but there's sugar, there's flour, there's carbs, there's the works in there. But, you got to enjoy the good things in life every once in a while. National Take Our Daughters and Sons to Work Day. Well, if I had known that, I would have had my son Aiden come out here and join me. But my guess is he probably won't want to. He's probably got bedhead and all that good stuff. Although I'll be taking him to school here in about, 10. I should go check to see if he wants to come up and say hi. I don't know. I don't want to torture him. He's a teenager. National Telephone Day. All right, I'm looking at the telephones on that screen there, and raise your hand if you remember those phones. The rotary phones. Oh, didn't you hate it when you had to dial those larger numbers like 8, 9, and 0? Oh, man. Just took forever to dial a number. Now you just push whatever name you want, it dials it automatically for you. Carbs in a veggie bread don't count. Oh, sure. Robin's saying, do you still use it? That would be amazing. I haven't had a landline I can't think of the last time I've had a landline. Yeah, Lynn's saying, what's a telephone, right? I mean, ask a kid these days. They didn't have the luck. I remember having conversations with my dad. My sister and I, we grew up in Minnesota. My dad was in Milwaukee, and that was like a thing. He would call us up every week. We would chat it up on the phone, and you had to be where the phone was. Now, if you were lucky, you had one of those long cords on your phone, so you could like walk around all over the place. And then that was kind of cool, but a lot of times if you had the short cord, you had to be by the phone the entire time. You couldn't walk around, you couldn't do stuff, you couldn't check the internet because it even wasn't there yet, right? But also, and then remember when cordless phones came out. That was awesome. So you had the main base that was the receiver and the transmitter, actually the transmitter, and it would have all the phone data coming in, and your little phone receiver had a big old antenna, and you'd walk around the house all proud that you could, chat it up on the phone. Oh, okay, Robin, you're saying you still have one, you just don't use it. I can't imagine, right? Oh, look, there's a raise your hand icon. That's fun. Pam saying, I love that little coffee. There it is right here. So that's fun. Yeah, I remember. So yes, I remember we had a cordless phone for a while. And then I think at some point in time, I just said, you know what? I've got a cell phone. That's all I use. I'm done. I'm done paying a telephone bill. So yeah, National Telephone Day. All right, kind of interesting. There you go, folks. Well, I have to get ready to take Aiden to school. So we've got to kind of cut it short here this morning. Of course, this is typically about the time that we kind of wrap things up. Let's get out of here. Let's leave you with a couple of images here as well. Let's see here. There is a look at Lake Oroville. So we're going to leave you with Lake Oroville. We are going to say goodbye to you for now, but we will see you tomorrow morning on your Friday edition of Coffee with Krueger, starting at 7 o'clock.